Deputy Speaker, thank you for giving me the opportunity to provide an update on the progress of financing and implementation of the various programs and projects under Connect PNG Economic Roads Infrastructure Development Program. Deputy Speaker, before I do so, let me firstly thank Prime Minister Honorable James Marape for entrusting me with this huge responsibility as the Minister for Works and Highways. I say a huge responsibility because the department has been entrusted with the responsibility to achieve 100% road connectivity for PNG by 2040 through the 20 years Connect PNG program. I also acknowledge and thank my predecessor, the former Minister, Mr. Michael Nally, and the Department of Works and the Highways who worked so hard in the last Parliament to bring about the prerequisite policy and legislation reforms in the road subsector that the department can effectively deliver on its key mandate of developing, managing roads in the country on a sustainable basis. Deputy Speaker, the 1950 to 1970s, when roads were first built in this country to connect people, places, and regions, our road network have continued to form the backbone of the country's transport system, supporting our development and progress thus far. As the cheapest and the convenient mode of transportation, road network is catering for 85% of the passenger and freight demand in the country. Today, Mr. Speaker, on our economic lifeline, highways comprising the Highlands, Magi, Hilitano, Prominski, East-West New Britain, Civic Ramu Medeng, Enga Civic highways, which make up almost 4,200 kilometers of the 30,000 kilometer national road network, take a combined total passengers of 8,000 per day, equating to 3 million people per year. At the same time, there is more than 1.4 million freight tons of manufactured goods, raw materials, agriculture, products, and project development and operational equipment and plants being transported by heavy trucks on the highways. For major companies like Barrick, ExxonMobil, Oil Jets, or Ramu Agro Industries, Oil Palm Industries, and many others at the upstream and rely on roads for day-to-day movement of huge tons of cargoes to keep business operating. Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, wealth creation and distribution is at the heart of the economic development for PNG. Majority of the 85% of rural population who depend on roads more than any other form of transportation must be empowered through improved road access. Constrained by poor road conditions, traffic levels on most of our provincial roads is between 10 to 30 vehicles a day, with the limited usage for basic service delivery and transportation of agricultural products to the markets on four-wheel drives. Mr. Deputy Speaker, PNG's road, freight and passenger transportation demand is growing as population is growing and will double in the next 5 years as our key economic highways get major facelift to safe and reliable highway standards as priority, whilst at the same time improve the subnational roads and progressively open up the new roads connecting key economic corridors under the ongoing Connect PNC program. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sustained movement of goods and services of improved accessibility is key to connect investors and developers to natural resources, farmers to markets, transport service providers to passengers and freight. Children go to schools, the sick patients go to health facilities, connecting the unconnected, reaching the unreached, and saving the unsafe. Deputy Speaker, there is a strong correlation between country's economic development and the quality of its road network. Due to decades of underfunding, today more than 70% of the country's network is still in a poor or failed condition and is adding to ever-increasing transportation and logistic costs to service delivery and business operation, as well as huge stock of deferred maintenance costs to asset owner, which is the government. Consequently, key social and economic development goals have been impossible to attain. As such, country continue to struggle with enormous opportunity costs. Deputy Speaker, the World Bank estimates that developing countries need to invest around 4.5% of GDP to achieve infrastructure related sustainable development goals, but PNG invests substantially less than 1% annually at 0.6%. If PNG want to transform from a low-income country to a middle-income country in the next 10 years, it cannot be business as usual. Deputy Speaker, the Marape-Rosso government-led government's Connect PNG 2020 to 2040 is carefully planned and strategized intervention to address the deliberated transport infrastructure stock inherited from past programs, and at the same time meet the urgent demand to open new economic corridors in PNG to unlock economic potential and stimulate social economic development. Mr. Deputy Speaker, Marape-Rosso government approved the Connect PNG Economic Road Transport Development Program 2020 to 2040 in 2019. This 20 years program is estimated to cost 20 billion at 1 billion per annum. The program is by far the largest infrastructure development program ever undertaken by any government. There is already major construction activities that is already taking place on our national highways, provincial roads, major cities and town roads all around the country. This increased construction activity is generating over 3,000 to 4,000 jobs and progressively improving the overall quality and the performance of our road network. For instance, today when you drive, before they used to drive 6, 7, 8 to 10 hours from Hagen to Leh. But when you drive this time, you can drive 5 to 6 hours, 5 to 4 hours from Hagen to Leh. So you can see some change. In the first phase, the program is expected to connect the mainland so that Papua New Guineans can drive from Wutung border post in Sandaun province to East Cape in Milne Bay province. And this government, under the leadership of Honorable James Marape-Rosso government, will do it and can do it. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the Connect PNC targets to develop, maintain and improve 16,500 kilometers and 1,000 meters of bridges and other drainage structures. The scope of works involve rehabilitation, and upgrading of existing deteriorated sections, construction of missing link roads, and their maintenance with long-term maintenance contracts. Let me highlight here that Connect PNG program is built on the principle of equal distribution of national wealth and hence covers all 4 regions of the country to give opportunity for progress. No region or province misses out under this program. And as I've said, it's a careful plan by this government. Deputy Speaker, the program is implemented in 3 phases. Phase 1 is from 2020 to 2027 to cost almost 7.98 billion. Phase 2 from 2028 to 2034 will cost another 6.75 billion. Phase 3 from 2035 to 2040 to cost another 5.26 billion. Phase 1 program is working on the following. Mr. Speaker, accordingly, within the 7.44 billion investment pipelines for Phase 1, this will support following priority outcomes. 1, strategic economic highways, all the highways. The government will invest 700 million annually, commencing 2023 budget, and will reach 3 billion by 2027 to upgrade and improve the 4,200 kilometers of economic national roads to 2-lane national highway standard. And these highways include Hiritano, Magi, East-West New Britain, Bruminski, Manus, Highlands Highway, Gulf Southern Highlands Highway, Civic Coastal Highway, which provides critical linkage for 85% of the freight and passengers movement between the Highlands, Momase, and Southern economic corridors on the mainland PNG, and West New Britain, Manus, and New Ireland corridors on the New Guinea Islands. 2, constructions of missing links. The government will invest 200 million kina annually, commencing from 2023 budget, and will reach 750 million in 2027 to construct additional 1,800 kilometers of new missing links to standard class 3, including the Trans Highway, Gulf Southern Islands Highway, Central Malin Bay, and Aitape Vanemo, Merengbaya, Fiska, which is in Finsafen to Ley Road, and also not forgetting Tabubil to Telehomin Road to connect 1 million people yet to connected by road, and also to create an unbroken road network that will connect the Momase and Highlands, Port Moresby in the southern region by 2025. When we celebrate 50 years, we want truckloads of all the Highlands, all the Momase, everybody to come to Port Moresby and celebrate 50 years in Port Moresby. And the support the rural economic plans through enhanced connection. Number 3, building provincial and district economic roads. The government will invest 300 million starting 2023 and will reach 1.5 billion by 2027 to improve and upgrade 9,000 kilometers of commodity, provincial and district roads to rural standard, including major city and town roads implemented in partnership with local authorities in the provinces and also DDAs in the districts that will give the rural population the opportunity to grow the rural economy and also encourage investments with improved access markets, industrial and economic zones. The 4th one, National Bridge Development and Upgrade Program. the government will invest almost 200 million per annum starting 2023 and will reach 1 billion to replace 1,000 meters of overdue bridge structures with composite double-lane standard bridges on the same highways and other 2,000 meters of rural standard bridges on the rural roads. Deputy Speaker, in line with the Connect PNG program targets for the Phase 1 2020 to 2027, the Marape government, since taking office in 2019, has recorded an expenditure of 3 billion between 2019 and 2022 for the Connect PNG programs and as well as other roads. Mr. Speaker, this expenditure includes funding of 1.93 billion worth of contracts with an equivalent scope for upgrade and improve 2,000 kilometers inherited from the 2012 to 2018 road upgrade program of the past government. Together with the completion of the balance of works inherited from the previous government and new projects funded under the Marape government, a total of 3,200 kilometers of road works on both national and sub-national roads has been completed. These progressive achievements include bringing to good conditions 44%, almost 1,900 kilometers of the 4,200 kilometers of the main highways, with Highlands Highway and Bruminsky undergoing major improvements, followed by other highways currently undergoing major construction works. Proposing to the improved condition of the national road network, there is already some travel time savings and reduced wear and tear cost experienced by the road tracking and PMV operators. Some of the main projects completed include Highlands Highway, Ley to Najab, Phase 1, 12 kilometer upgrading to 4-lane Highlands Highway standard. The highway standard from 4-mile junction to 9-mile junction. Highlands Highway, Ley Najab, Phase 2, 7.0 kilometer upgrade to 4-lane highway standard from 9-mile junction to Yalu Bridge, 300 million. Highlands Highway, Kakamoga to Keltika, 13 kilometer upgrading to 4-lane highway standard at a cost of 286 million. Total 90 kilometer of 400 million worth of work completed since 2000.